What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and welcome back to the road to #1 in the world on Geoguessr Duels. Now, it is during the middle of the day on the Sunday, which means Europeans are still asleep, and Americans would have to be up pretty late to be playing at this time. So I thought this is probably a pretty good opportunity to play some no-moving duels, which I've been neglecting on the series so far. Obviously, NMPZ is my one true love, but NM I also really do enjoy. So I say let's get straight into things here and play some no-moving, see how long it takes us to find a match. And yeah, see how the series is going to progress here. Well, intro is over. Give the video a like, and we have our first opponent here who appears to be smurfing. We actually got a rank refund for the game against Emma, so maybe they were cheating. But here we have another person who's presumably smurfing. We have a Misiones in Argentina here, and the soil is very red. It's Generation 3. I'm thinking this is maybe a bit like this. I mean, let's actually line up the road here. We're on no moving, so let's actually do it the proper way. We're going east to west, which is pretty interesting. We could be all the way up here. I mean, that would make sense. There are quite a few east-west roads, but luckily I left it where I was, and that's going to be a good amount of damage to go through to the second round. So yeah, I don't know if this is just someone smurfing. With this background, it pretty much has to be, but I don't know who this is what I'm trying to say. Next one here, we are near Santa Fe Avenue. Let's see here, what else do we have? We're on the 50. We have front plates. Do we appear to be in California? That's kind of my thought here. Mega Millions. That's a lot of info, 240. Yeah, so actually, I don't think it's California. I'm just trying to be objective and balanced here. It does feel a bit further north. It also feels quite dry, though. So I think this is like a Midwestern state. It could. We do have fronts, so that's interesting. It probably wouldn't be Santa Fe, right? Santa Fe in near Albuquerque? I think not. So what about... I mean, this is difficult to me, guys. This is... No moving, and my brain stops working quite so efficiently. I'm still trying to see if there's anything that's actually like properly useful here. So the terrain, it's quite dry. It could be Santa Fe here. That we could just be looking at a couple of front plates that are hand-picked. And I think the map has not switched over yet. So apparently that is the case. I don't know. City Center, Santa Fe Avenue. I think I'll go Santa Fe. I think it does look enough like Santa Fe. Do we have a 50? Would be the next question. We don't appear to have a 50 anywhere. I'm pretty sure that says 50. And we would normally see mountains to the east there. So let's have a look east. We don't see any mountains. I'm not too sure here. I could probably push it up towards like Colorado or Utah or something like that. Might just leave it. And it was Colorado. That's not too bad. I mean... Opponent might be a bit annoyed that I just went Santa Fe and did 600 damage, but at the end of the day, it's a good result for us. The front plates were not lying, but yeah. Next one here, South Africa or Ghana, actually. We have kind of biggish mountains to our north there, and relative flatness to our south, but to our east we have some as well. So north and northwest and east we have mountains. Let's get into Ghana here. I don't remember the tapes, so I'm just going to go like this, the old-fashioned way. Feels like a fairly major road. Also feels fairly eastern to me. Could certainly be over this direction. North and east, yeah. It kind of felt like the east of Ghana to me. A little bit. I'm actually going to go for that. But it could just be anywhere in the south. And ultimately, pre-Maltese, Ghana's not going to be a big deal. So I'm not stressing out about this one too much. The predominance of like the banana plants would definitely suggest southern and how hilly it is as well. And yeah, it was just downtown Accra there. Opponent goes a similar area. Definitely showing that they have a pretty similar thought process to me as well. So yeah, should be interesting one here. Next one, we're in Mexico or the US. And I'm trying to think what I actually think it is now. We got tall wooden poles. We have a ridge to our east, okay? And kind of mountains all around. I think this is maybe let me actually think now. We have like American style fences with the reflectors on the top. I think this is, and we have a reddish road and we have a Texas. So guess I would guess out here. We do have fairly big hills. I'm going to go all the way out here. Fort Stockton feels fine. It definitely feels like the Mexico border. It also definitely feels quite a lot like New Mexico. And we have hills as well. I think Fort Stockton, you would start to get some maybe a little bit further west. So that should be a fine enough guess. We're also going north-south, so yeah. And opponent misses out that it was Texas. Missed out the Texas outline there. So that's good for us. Should have gone further west, to be honest. That would have been a nice extra bit of damage, but... We're leading here, and we can guess quickly as well if we get a good vibe. This is South Africa. This is not an easy round to me. So we don't have much going on here. Kind of winterish coverage. Houses are fairly normal looking. Landscape is fairly flat. It feels like it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere here. trees don't really give me too much. They don't look too much like Botswanan trees, but they also don't look too much like Cape Town trees, so yeah, we're just gonna have to kind of click between those two, I think. Around Bloemfontein, Kimberley could make a lot of sense to me here, where at like a big dam, I don't know. Like, I mean, we could see definitely a dam being around here. I might try that, actually. I'm gonna go for that. And okay, opponent guesses the exact same place. My original guess was better. I think I had it clicked here, but, you know, that's fine. Both of us were pretty much in the right state, so yeah. Next one here. And we do have double damage now. We appear to be in northern... Okay, we've got place names here. Oh, we're in northern Norway here. Lakkabukt. I think I might just guess. Let me actually get the vibes here. Okay, Kirkenes is nearby here. This is good practice. There's Kirkenes. I mean, maybe I should just go. So that is theoretically to our southwest. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, okay, we actually might be at the turnoff here. Lakkabukt. I mean, we should just look for that, shouldn't we? There we are. And we should be at a intersection that theoretically goes off to there. I don't see even how you get there, to be honest with you. We're 4 kilometers away, though, so I guess just here would be fine. I anticipate that our opponent will have found it, but if not, then we are in luck, because this is very far out in the far corner of Norway. So, yeah, I mean, I fully expect this to be 0 damage, but if it's not, then we are nicely... Okay, that's good. Where was the turnoff? Oh, it was just a really tiny one. That's fine, and we do 1.3k damage there in the north of Norway. Who would have thought? Zigzag finding some signs. I had enough sleep last night, apparently. Well, that normally helps. Okay, next one here. We are in India. We have an Indian pole top here. Like Telangana, baby style. Telangana or, Okay, let me actually get in here. Wow, he goes quickly. Okay. We've got tons of palms. It's reddish soil. I really like this area here. Like Telangana, Andhra Pradesh kind of vibe. Mountains are west, so that definitely makes sense here. I think we should just go like this. Should be fine. Okay, much further up the coast, but it was still Andhra Pradesh. It's a huge state, really. Like, why does it go for so long? But we get 300 points damage. And, yeah, just kind of had to go for the hedge there. That's fair enough. Next one here. We're in Nigeria. We've got a lot of pollution here. I think this isn't probably a Abuja area. Although it is... Do we see any Muslims? I'm looking for Muslims now. Because they could help identify that we're further north. It's very polluted, you know. I don't think we see any town name here. Even though it is ACW, I don't think we see any town name. Like, we're on a big river. It's quite dry. I was kind of between Ibadan, because it feels like a big city. I'm kind of between Ibadan and just near Lagos. And Abuja, I mean. Like, I don't really see anything that... I might just hedge between on this occasion. I'm not too sure which one it would be. I'm just going to go between them, and we'll see. And it was actually Ontisha. I thought we saw hills. I thought Ontisha's normally quite flat, but apparently they were just river hills. So that's 1,000 points. That's fine. I didn't get a vibe, so just not committing there was the good idea. This is Ontario guardrails here, which is really interesting to me. It didn't look like Ontario at all. And indeed, I think we're not there, to be honest. Could it be... I mean, what are these guardrails doing here? I think this is like southwest South Dakota, or like... Not easy. I do think it's the US. We may just press our advantage and go quickly here. I'm definitely getting a US vibe, not a Canada vibe here, though. Maybe, yeah, maybe Wyoming, hedging for Montana and South Dakota here, I think, would be my main thought. I'm gonna go for that. Oof, it was North Dakota instead. Huge. I mean, it's always next to the rivers, bro. You always get these crazy rounds next to the rivers, and our opponent is, like, multi-merchanting us. We were way ahead before the multis came along. Okay, what do we got here? We got no Google car at all here. That's really interesting. It feels like Europe. No Google car. It can be found in most countries, but it's kind of rare. It's got copyright here. It's pretty essential on a urban or on a rural Europe round. 2021. Okay, that definitely narrows the possibilities here. The road quality... I mean, this is a really difficult round. What do we got here? NHA. Opponent guesses. Is this America? Wait. I think it's America, actually. Like, I was sure this was Europe. Like, everything looks European, but I'm pretty sure we got, like, a sticker on a tree saying NHA. I'm going here. Okay, that's really good. Wow, that was a difficult round. But the lack of a Google car really helped, because that's pretty uncommon in Europe. I wanted to click West Virginia, bro. But I just was explaining, and yeah. It's okay. We're still fine. Next one here is Italy. No, Croatia, I guess. Yeah, Croatia. Eastern Croatia, I would assume. We got an antenna, so it shouldn't be Serbia. Everything kind of looks a bit Serbian, though, so we'll probably get close to Serbia here. I'm just going to go in. I'm pretty certain of it. Unless it was a crazy, like, Czechia, but This pole is really thick in a way that makes me think much more of Croatia. Opponent gets a nicer plonk, but yeah, I would still go out here anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so we need to get some easy ones here, not some hard ones. This looks fairly good for us, I think. We're in Senegal. We have crazy stuff going in the back of the car here. I get the feeling this is not too far out. I get the feeling this is just a hedge and hope that he goes out east, because I think this is just western. It's very dry and quite flat. I'm gonna go above Tuba here. I don't know where this grey car's found. It's kind of like, looks a bit different colored, and we got crazy stuff in the back. It's just downtown. Again, we're fine, but it's not damage I like to take. 900 points. Things are right in the balance now. It's pretty much random whoever wins from here. We have to make a nice guess, of course, and we are in Korea. Oh, great. This feels like southern to me, definitely, with the kind of flatness and the crops. I would go southwest. Do we have any rock walls? We do not, and we don't have any hills to speak of either, so I would definitely guess down here. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to commit to Mokpo. Let's go. Okay, man. If my opponent does the same, we could have just gone for more of a middle hedge and won, but we still survive. On Korea, I'm happy to survive on high multis. That is, as you guys know, always been a weakness of mine. And so, here we go. South Australia. Can I win on my own state? So we got some mild hills here. This feels like new coverage. Our opponent is crying. He might not realize it's South Australia if we guess quickly here. I mean, we do have some significant hilliness to our south here, but I definitely get the feeling, is this 2023? It is, yeah. So I would get the feeling that this is like Border Town, Keith area. I really get the feeling that this is the right kind of play, and I hope our opponent just misvibes it. But it could be further north. It could be near Adelaide, with the hills being that size. And yeah, it was even further south. That's great. Opponent goes Queensland, misses the poles, and it's GG. So, I mean, very intense stuff. You know what? We're still progressing here. I'm gonna click play again. You know, no moving it is tough for me, but we gotta learn. And at the end of the day, it is fun as well. So here we go, another Aussie. At this time of day, not too uncommon to see, I suppose. And see that the camera's working. It is nice, and our opponent is waving. Of course, we will wave back. Now we have Turkey here. Turkey check copyright 2019. This is really old coverage in Turkey. We've got an epic mosque here being constructed. And we are in some kind of a city now. Do we have tiled roofs is my next question. Looks like that might be tiled. Yeah. This is not too much going on, I would say. Poplars are a bit further north. Roofs look tiled to me, so yeah, I'm just probably going to click near the middle of the country, like Sivas. It's going to be some bigger city, but I'm just going to hedge like that. And it was just in Nijde. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's only 149 points. Opponent also clicks middle. And we get greeted with a heart around here. So hopefully I can just guess quickly and knock him out. What do we got here? Baltic kind of vibes here. Sign back, maybe Germany or something as well. Possible here. Road's really like interesting quality. Kind of darker backs of the sign here. Could be like Denmark or something. That's like a thick back of the sign. It almost looks like Latvia as well. Just kind of spitballing here. Seeing if I can... Okay, let's try and get copyright off the car. It's really bright. So actually copyright might be difficult here. Can we see it inside here? Yeah, we can. 2020. Okay, that really helps. Now I'm thinking like Belgium, Denmark, something like that here. Denmark, pretty good option, I think. I think it actually might be Denmark. I'm going to go South Denmark here. Belgium, also possible. 2020, I think, is quite common in Belgium. No car as well, quite common in Belgium. Maybe that would have made a better send here. But, I mean, our opponent might just be off base completely, so we'll see. Obviously, they can't move for info, which is great. And it was, oh no, it was Belgium and our opponent goes France. Oh my gosh, I realized afterwards that the copyright 2020 is really common in Belgium, but our opponent got a really nice guess anyway, so respect. Next one here, long dashes. That would have been obviously really bad later on, but we're fine. This is clearly Norway, but whereabouts? Trees would give me more of a southern vibe, but nothing too crazy. I think I'm just going to click in like this. I don't think it's north of Mo i Rana, so we should be okay. Because, yeah, the trees are looking fairly healthy. Quite a few pine trees mixed in there with the birches. Oh my gosh, this guy's playing the wrong country challenge. Can you believe it? Wait, there's no way this guy doesn't... He's clicking that close, and he doesn't know long dashes. Like, I mean, it's possible we're dealing with another cheater here, but... I mean, I don't think so. I think all the guesses looked fine, but it's just hilarious so far. Anyway, next one we have... Oh, is that like the CDMX pole? I think this pole top is like really common around Mexico City. Do we have any phone code? 555 is for Mexico City, I remember. So I'm looking for one of those. It is Mexico, after all. And, I mean, maybe we should just be guessing here, because I'm pretty confident that it's somewhat close to CDMX anyway, so I'm just going to go for it here. I think it's, yeah, this is the pull top. The one that's, like, kind of slightly uneven, big bulbs, and I think it's normally State of Mexico and CDMX, so, yeah, the two ones named after the country. So we'll see here. And opponent, oh my gosh. Okay, we actually may be dealing with a cheater here, unless there was, like, a particular suburb listed there or something like that. I think we could be in trouble. Oh, by the way, if you report someone, then that's how you can get refunded. I actually had to ask, so save yourself some trouble. If you think someone might have been cheating, you may as well report them. Probably helps the dev as well, I don't know. But yeah, this one's going to be Kampala. At least the opponent is not region guessing Kampala. That makes me feel slightly better here, but we're doing our first damage. I don't know, like, I'm a bit worried about this one, guys. Could be a bit of a -30 type of vibe here. Okay, next one, though. We are looking at some Switzerland, and what's the vibe here? Probably southwest Switzerland. It's the angle of the valley kind of is southeast here. I'm just going to go for this one. I see kind of a few valleys that look right here, and that was a good decision. Opponent's just clicking middle. So, yeah, I'm definitely not sure they're cheating, for sure. They could still be legit very easily, but the messing up Sweden and Norway, unless you're trolling, is kind of weird. Okay, next one here. We have Czech or Slovak font here. I think that might be the Slovak font. Do we have an R with a thing over it? No, can't tell which language that is. What about the house numbers, though? That's going to be much more useful. He guesses we have a Czech flag? Slovak flag? Don't actually know. It's going to be a capital city. Plate has red on it. We also, okay, we have a Slovakian flag. We also have, like, it's fairly built up, but we have hills as well. Just gonna go Žilina here. Okay, it was Žilina area, that's really nice. It also kind of looked like Czechia, so that was a good decision. 700 points of damage. Yeah, reasonable guess from the opponent, normal guess from the opponents, that's good. Next one here is Brazil. And so, we are looking around here. We have not much info, this could be bad. Like, I don't really know what part of the country this is yet. Kind of feels more north. Then again, this is like one of those very generic rounds where you can lose a lot of points. New Gen 4 car, that's interesting. I mean, Gen 3 car. I think this is a click middle situation. No area codes, thankfully, so that's good. Didn't come up with a better idea than clicking Tocantins here, to be honest with you. Let's hope it's right. Okay, it was Tocantins. Opponent's also there. Wow, really good play for a 1.1k. Not saying anything, but, you know, it's kind of saying something as well. Okay, next one here. Well, I hope we get some hard countries, so that's like, we can, you know, get a better idea. This one should be Malta, Monday to Saturday. Yeah, where would you have English like that? Whoops, I really just sent there. Only on the Zigzag channel, guys, are you getting quality content like this. But yeah, we're not going to be too far away. Obviously, it's going to be a matter of 100 or 200 points at most. And will our opponent get it? Because that would be kind of funny if they didn't. They took a while to get it, but they were indeed there. Very close indeed. Yeah, 250 points. Probably 250 points I shouldn't have lost, but at the same time, we ball. Next one here. Casablanca. Okay, we're in, like, western... okay, is that Ecuador? So, eastern Ecuador here, I would say. Yeah, polls really feel good for eastern Ecuador here. This is, like, right in the Amazon. I don't know where in eastern Ecuador. This could be down here as well. Is it hilly? It is kind of hilly. Do I go up here or down here? This stuff up here is easily more likely, but I'm actually going to hedge it here in case this opponent goes crazy mode and 5Ks. But it should be somewhere east of Andes because it feels very wild, quite poor. And it was actually west, that's crazy. And our opponent goes in Philippines. It was not an easy round, I can definitely see that. We did have Spanish everywhere. And that's GG to our opponent. Very pleased to have won that one, I suppose. Bolthy was not cheating, but instead making some very nice and a bit lucky guesses there. But okay, I think my heart can only take that much. No moving. We're going to switch to... No, we're going to go again. Screw it, guys. And let's see how we can go here. Did we just... Our rating is not updated on the main page, but I think we actually are higher than that. I think we're in the 70s now. Okay, so concludes the longest time I've ever waited for a duel. I think that was like 5 minutes, but here we are. We're in South Africa to start off with here. We got big mountains, but are these south or north mountains? Something about their whole round gives me a north vibe here. We have 015. Yeah, this is going to be north mountains, actually. 015, probably out here somewhere. The vibes of the mountains, huge stuff west. Okay, so that could definitely help us out here. I think we're around here. looking at the ridge that we can see on the map there, I think that would make a lot of sense. So the question is, does the opponent realize that this is north? Because, yeah, 01, that tends to be around Pretoria, and 02 around Cape Town, and so forth. And yeah, that is all the way north. Different mountains. I thought they were more west of us, but they're actually kind of northwest. Still good damage, and it was definitely worthwhile to go quickly there because it was a difficult round, and if you haven't seen that a lot, it's going to be hard. Next one here, black back of the sign, is this Germany? It kind of looks like Germany to me. No, we are actually in Poland. Now, I got a Germany vibe, but I'm going to be humble here. I'm going to click middle of the country, and there's nothing, yeah. Now, okay, the owl endings are normally more south, so we're going to go west and south of Forge. Okay, so that is Germany, basically. It looks like Germany, and it's 300 points. But yeah, I mean, I could have committed. At the end of the day, it's not worth it in Poland. Okay. I mean, we're in Japan here, so let's clutch up against the Japanese player. It is going to be a lot of tall pines here. I think it feels further north, but I couldn't be certain about that. And fortunately, there's no real good writing. I mean, it may actually say something here, so let's actually just go in a national park. This one here, maybe Bandai. I don't know, this can literally be deep south, but I think this kind of vegetation, this kind of weed, I do see more north, so I'm gonna go here. And okay, well, it's just near Tokyo there, in a national park, so quite high altitude. That's probably why it looked a bit further north, of course, but yeah, not too bad of a guess from us. And we are chilling. Okay, next one here. We have dashes, long dashes on the outside. It should be France indeed. Fairly southern looking mountains to me. It could be the Pyrenees, though. So what angle do we have here? Pyrenees or Alps is the question. What will the opponent go for? It kind of looks more like the Pyrenees to me, but I feel like there's more coverage in the Alps. I think I'm going to go Pyrenees. Yeah, something about the whole round gives me a Pyrenees vibe. I'm going to risk it here. Let's give it a go. And okay, well, it's just in the Alps. I mean, I feel like if you really don't know, Alps is best. But I had a vibe. I wanted to try it. Opponent goes for the same, so it's really no big thing. And here we are in Iceland. We'll probably have a sign next to us, which is crap. We do. Okay, here we are. So it's Vik. I at least know where Vik is. That's good. Here's Vik, and that is on the number 1. It's 48 kilometers away, and we have the one starting with K there, which is 20 kilometers away, and that is the road angle southwest, of course. So we're closer to. Oh, it's gonna be somewhere around there. Yeah, there we go. I mean, really. Was Vik, I guess because it's bending, it's not as the crow flies, but yeah, bending, then yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, probably could have done a better job of lining that up, of course, but it only cost us a few points. Next one here is Botswana. It feels like Francistown to me, but it could just be Gaborone. Do we have the hill? That's the hill in Francistown, I would say here. It could also be the hill in Saroa that kind of looks similar, but yeah, I would say this is just feels like Francistown, so I'm gonna go straight for it, and our opponent knows it. Impressive stuff. But I guess that is kind of common knowledge these days, that you have that kind of hill with the antenna on it, or the big radio tower. Next one here immediately feels like France, with the pole tops and the kind of ladder pole style here. We've got wine, so is this southwest? Architecture could fit. I don't mind the architecture for like Bordeaux area. It's not an easy round. There's basically nothing to go for here. I'm probably just going to hedge it for Bordeaux, but a little bit out. Let's go for that. And okay, well, it's just Bordeaux, but opponent goes for a hedge as well, so it's not going to be too much damage. I don't know, you do see wine pretty much all around in France. Bordeaux, I guess if it's flat, it's a good bet, but yeah, we weren't behind, so we didn't need to go for anything crazy. This is a fairly big city. Do we have mountains? We do have a massive mountain north there. That's interesting, kind of northwesterly mountain. I immediately thought that this kind of looked like this city, and I often regret not going there, so I might just go for there. Like, it definitely can work. And then east, we should see some mountains. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it, guys. It feels like we're on a big river as well. I like it. Could just be Reykjavik, but we ball. Oh shit, it's just down here. Oh, that makes sense. I forget that massive ridge just exists. Sucks to lose 1.5k in Iceland, but I never go for what I actually think in Iceland, and it's good to try sometimes. Next one here, lots of palms, black car, lots of ferns as well. And here is the pole, which is Indonesian style, I would suggest. Yeah, we're driving left here. What copyright do we have here? This could actually be, copyright could be super useful here if I can find it. 2019, I think. Let's see it again. Yeah, 2019. This should be up here. To me, this should be like North Kalimantan then, because we got the huge exposed car plus 2019, plus oil palms, plus ferns. I really like here. Okay, it was nearby. That's good. It was over the border, actually. But that's going to be all but GG damage. Nice. Okay, very good stuff. Well played to the opponent. A bit of cheeky copyright to end it off there. We're on 1582, which obviously has not been updated. If we give it a refresh, will it? Let's see here. 1582, very nice. Okay, so where does that place us in the world? It's back up to 78 here. We were refunded the points, and we've played nicely. In Australia, we are 6th. And we've got a bit of climbing to do. Probably the climbing, I think the climbing will mostly happen on NMPZ. But NM, I'm definitely willing to give it a go. And in the global standings here, we have one Aussie in the top 10. So hopefully that's the goal. That's the goal. Get above the Aussie and then push up to number 1. But that is it for the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching it all the way to the end. And I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, guys, and goodbye.